The engine is coming together, and today I'm going to fit the carburetor casing again. Since I got all the gaskets new for the whole engine, I'm going to change this one in the oil pump, just because I have a new one, and this is over 30 years old. And I'm going to change the gaskets here. Then I have a new slide. And then I got these spacers for the float chamber to make it bigger, so I'm going to fit these. And I'm going to drill the hole from the float chamber to the main jet stack, to a bigger hole. So that's what I'm going to do before I fit it in the casing again. Now the new gasket for the oil pump is in place, so I'm going to drill up the hole from the float chamber into the main jet stack. You've seen this 100 million times before, so I'm not going to show you that, but that's the next step. Then we'll fit this again. So this hole has been drilled now, and now I'm going to fit my spacers. This includes two spacers, one for the float chamber and one that goes here. The number for this is 9227000. So I'll fit this, and then I'll fit my new slide. And then I'm going to check which jetting Malossi suggests for this kit. Fitting this spacer on the float chamber means that you require two gaskets, one on the upper side and one on the lower side, but you only got one in the kit, which is weird. But I can use the old one here, but this one I need to cut out in here, so because otherwise this will always not do much use if I have this gasket in the way. So I need to cut this out, then I can fit it here. And another thing that some people might not know is that you have a fuel filter on your carburetor sitting here, like this, underneath this cover. So that's good to know that you might have to clean this once in a while. That's two spacers installed, and the jetting, according to Malossi, should be, you should use the original mixer tube, and you should go for 125 to 130 in main jet. So I'm starting reach 130, then we'll see. So now I can fit my carburetor casing back, and then this. I also changed this gasket, and now I'm going to fit a new hose for the fuel, because I changed this last summer to a fuel hose, but that wasn't very good because it got all stiff, even though it was a fuel hose. So this is a proper fuel hose. I'm going to fit this now because it's easier to fit this when its engine is not in place. So that's why I do that now. Unfortunately, when I had my crash this year, my new rim broke. I had bought new aluminium tubeless rims, but it broke during the crash, so I had to buy new ones. And this time I went for the Continental tires. I think they seem to be a good option. So I'm going to fit this now, and then I put all this back as a unit, just as I did when I took it apart. I almost forgot. I'm going to fit the exhaust now also while I have this apart, because this is much easier to fit now rather than when this is in the frame, because these box exhausts are a bit of a hassle to get in place. So I'll do that now, and that's done also. That's the engine done for now. I haven't fitted my cover for the carburetor, but that's because I'm going to paint that first. And I haven't put on my flywheel cover either because I need to take out the timing. So that's it for now. Next will be to fix front fork. I'm going to change a new speedometer cable. The brake cable is new. New brake shoes, lower bearing, and well, fix all of this up, of course. Now this has been cleaned up and painted, and these are all the parts, new parts and old parts that are going on this. So first of all, I'm going to put back the hub here and some new brake shoes, I think. I've cleaned the bearings and greased them up with new grease, and the bearings were in a okay condition. I'm not going to change them this year. They will do this year because for next season I might have another plan for this front end. We'll have to see, but the bearings are okay for this one more season. I have a brand new gear here for the speedometer that I'm going to put in, because these are made of plastic and get worn, so I might as well pop in a new one. I bought a new brake cam here because the old one is worn out. If you can see that the edges here has been worn out on both sides. They are rounded rather than, if you look at this one, these one are straight, and this can make your front brake act very weird. Mine got stuck and almost act like I had an ABS system going on, and that's because of this being worn, so that's why I bought a new one. This has the part number 17956810. Of course, some new brake pads are installed. Now it's time for the brake drum. There we go. Now that's the front end sorted, so that's nice to have that done. We have the rear end sorted here. Now it's just the piece in between these we're missing. I put on the new lower set for the bearing here, so that's prepared. Continental tire in front also. Next step will be to go on with the bodywork, I think.